Hello, everybody. Mr. O here, and I know it's been a while, but Mr. O has had his knee surgery, so he's back in action. And for today's video, I'm introducing a project that I do with my advanced students, and that is extreme faces. Ultimately, this is going to be an oil pastel project, but getting started can be in any media. So, extreme faces, what do I mean by that? That means, as you learn human anatomy, the key to it is making it expressive. But that's the same about the face. What expression do we put on the face? Whether it's sadness, anger, happiness, confusion. And I printed off a few that I researched on Google. I thought were great examples, but I would also recommend using your own models. Taking a picture of somebody's face. Now remember, when you take a picture of somebody, you can just blow it up. You don't have to get the camera right up next to their nose. So if you look at this face, you can just see, if I was going to draw like guidelines and stuff, everything doesn't fit. So the way I've taught in the past how to, set up your structures and stuff isn't going to exactly work here. There's a different way of doing guidelines, which I'll show you in a little bit. And faces are going to go both ways. And sometimes it's just directional and you're looking at something. What is she looking at? I don't know. But the angles and the curves of her face are beautiful, and it'll make it a very interesting drawing. And we have a beautiful smile. Sorry that this one printed small, but one of the hardest things to draw is just a teethy smile, and this person definitely had a great one. And then even more extreme close-up. Now I have two very similar pictures, but I want to show you the difference. You can tell the joy looking at just the eyes and the way the wrinkles are going, versus this one, which is a very famous face. Hopefully it's not too dark. This is Clint Eastwood, and it's very intense. But you can see the close-up is very similar, but you can tell what emotion is being displayed. And that's what we want to do is bring emotion in an extreme close-up. And practicing that can be fun. So let me just kind of, in this quick introduction lesson, just teach you how to just kind of lay things out. So I just want to show you my ruler here. I'm not using a very big ruler. Would I probably have a 12-inch ruler? Probably, but I thought for the video, this way you can just see me adjust. Now, if I had two eyes showing, I would probably balance the two eyes. In this case, I'm going to balance everything through the bridge of the nose. Every point is a little different depending on the picture. So when I draw, I would look and it's almost like a one-point perspective. And that's where I'm going to kind of start my drawing. And now, could I kind of lay out the nose first? And just kind of get basic shape? I could, and I'm going to draw a little darker than I normally do, just so it shows up on the video. And then as you can see, where's the pupil? Almost in direct line. Remember, these are sketches. If you want to get more exact, I was off a little bit, right there. And with sketches, it's okay to do that. Now I'm going to do the shape of the hand. And you can see it's just an oval. And same thing, drawing big, better to be too big than not big enough. And because these are sketches, I'm gonna let them fade out. You can see that the drawing I'm looking at, it's okay to draw it to this side and just let things sketch out. I'm not gonna add that extra finger. Once I get there, I'll let it fade out. And I can see that one of my angles is already wrong. It almost looks like I'm making a pumpkin, and that's okay. And this is where we start doing what we know. And for me, I always start with the eye, because all expression starts with the eye. As you can see, and I'm gonna look at the wrinkles, make sure I get the brow, and just start laying that out, because here I might move the point over a little bit, which then is going to cause a ripple effect because I did get too far away. So that is going to be normal, guys. And I know I'm kind of talking through this fast, so I'm gonna act like this is going to be easy. And you see this line here, I curved 2 down, and it needs to go straight across. And this is why we're gonna just sketch. This is why I suggest to you that you sketch quite a bit. You don't just jump from one picture to another, that you're just practicing, you're laying out. I'm not gonna draw in detail of each one. I just wanted to kind of show you how you laid that out, what will be different. This is the one that confuses people the most. Like I said, you can find your own picture. You don't have to use what is on Google. And with this one, I look at this angle. This swooping line right here is what I'm looking at. And that swooping line right there. And then, you know, if I take the ruler and go pupil to pupil, center pupil to center pupil, see the angle I have there? Now, how do I find that angle? Sometimes it's a guesstimate. And we could do grid work. Some people like to do the grid, and I can start right there. And then I will build the face up. The nose, from looking at the pupils and where I would lay out the eyes, you have your measurement. My eye is going to get buried by my nose a little bit, isn't it? And you can see that this swoops down, and that's why I can't go all the way over there, because I'll get that curve. And then looking at this measurement, I have to make sure that my nose actually starts at the edge of the eye there. And this will be kind of a triangle shape. I hope that makes sense. And then you'll just build up. And again, that takes practice, and we're building. This is, go to some of my earlier videos, and you can see noses, eyes straight on, and stuff like that. And then of course, I'm gonna go to one of the wrinkles. The last one's too dark. I may do that one for our next step, but I'm gonna draw this wonderful, happy person. And I just wanna show you, I'm just gonna make some marks for the eyes. I just wanna talk about wrinkles. The pictures I always love to do for extreme expressions, extreme close-ups, is always ones that show wrinkles. When I am sketching, I am very loose when it comes to the wrinkles. See how I kind of do these soft extra lines? Now I might, if I was doing pencil value, I would probably get the eraser and highlight and use more highlights along with darker lines to really accent those wrinkles. And in inking, it would probably be almost as loose where the ink kind of bleeds a little bit. And you guys, you know, if you hold it a little longer, the pen bleeds type stuff. So guys, I hope it makes you understand how we're starting. So what you're gonna do is I want you to find different faces. I want you to practice until you finally choose one to practice over and over. And like for my students, this is like a never-ending sketch. So it's not about you doing it or how many you do. It's basically we'll practice for 3-4 days, and you're just making one sketch better than the next. And if you're doing the same person, the same expression over and over, it's trying to make it just as good or better each time. And guys, it's been a while, but I want to remind you, you are loved. Have a great day, everybody. Bye-bye.